Warning: the following podcast contains strong language which may be offensive to some viewers and/or inappropriate for children. The content within this podcast is intended for mature audiences only. It's late at night. You think you're safe. You turn the lights out, and then you hear a scream and shout. No one's home. You're alone. Lay back down, pull up your sheets. Your knees start to feel weak. You can feel your heartbeat. Is your door closed? You feel your feet exposed. Now you're in a state. It's much, much too late. You can't escape this deadly fate. Hi, guys. Hello. So, look who's behind me. Hi, Bubby. No, what are you doing? I'm on camera. So it's just me today, you guys. And it's because I'm doing this short little fun. Look at now you can see because I have lights on and stuff. I still have a lot to do in here, but yeah. Anyways, that cool thing right there. I had to figure out lighting because JoJo Ghoul got it for my birthday, and it says on air. Yeah, it says on air, bro. But for whatever reason, so there's that. So I'm just kind of doing like a little mini. The next episode is gonna be fun. We're gonna do a review for Popcorn After Dark, and it's on a movie that really fucking set me off. Blame it on JoJo and Mama Ghoul, Gigi Ghoul, because they love it and hate it, and now I know why. It's not what you think. You don't hate it because it's bad. It's very good. But we're going to do a review on that. But as we're doing a review on that, you guys, there's some cool new things that have gone down. If you guys can't tell, I really like tattoos, right? I'm a tattooy person. My back's covered, got some on my thighs, whatever. Well, it's very expensive, right? Well, we just found out that my babe, E-Ghoul, redhead special, Spankin' Ghoul, is actually very good at tattoos. So he did this adorable cross on me. You can't really see it up close. He did our family number 23 on me. He did this beautiful flower. He's doing amazing on these tattoos. So Poo Poo and JoJo are going to be getting some tattoos. So we're going to kind of do tattooing while I'm discussing the reviews. It's going to be a fun episode. So make sure you join. And that's going to be recording next Thursday. So this little mini is kind of just to discuss what a buddy and I, KK Ghoul, her name is, did. So in our area, we like to explore like the surrounding parks. What I mean by that is like paths, hiking paths, just parks, things like that. I don't want to translate. I don't want you guys to know exactly where we are, but so there's this park, and don't mind my face. Yeah, don't mind it. It just woke up. Yeah, so we decided to go up to this specific park. It said it was closed, and of course, sorry, copped. We went in it anyway, under the little whatever. So we're walking through it, and boy, it's just this creepy, creepy feel, right? I mean, creepy feel. And there's this house where we park right before going in. It's kind of part of the park, I believe. It looks like nobody's been in it for a century. Like, I don't even know, you guys. So, whatever, long story short, we're walking, taking pictures, creep the fuck out. And it's daytime. So what does that tell you? So we're creeped the hell out, right? And just so everybody knows, I'm only drinking, what is in this? Gatorade and water. So we're walking through this park, and there's a bathroom set up and everything. I'm just moving the computer around for a second. There's a bathroom there. Everything's locked. You can't go in. Whatever. Very cool though. I'm talking about, well, just very cool. So we start walking down a different path, and then we decide, let's go back around, take some pictures. So we took some really cool pictures, and I'm gonna post them on Sinister Ghouls Instagram page. And maybe I'll do a video on Sinister Ghouls TikTok. So if you guys haven't realized, Sinister Ghouls Twisted Sisters Popcorn After Dark. That's a series through our Sinister Ghouls Twisted Sisters. It's like a segment. So I do have separate pages or like things for it because I'm just going to put the reviews on those pages. I'm not putting like all of these. But on our Sinister Ghouls page, everything will be there. The series of the reviews, our episodes, stuff like that. So we started taking pictures. Bro, we took pictures of this house. And there's some creepy shit in pictures, man. Daytime, you guys. So there's like a weird, it looks like a lady in a white dress in the window, and you have to when you go and investigate and do things like that, you know what I mean? You have to like take back to back pictures. I say 5 to 6. That's what I do. But at least 3, you guys. Because then you can see if you stay in the same position and you click, 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 those pictures are all the same pictures. So if there's something different in it, you might have caught something. Um, so we caught tons. Not only is the house very cool, and there's like the most beautiful trees and everything. It's a beautiful, creepy, sinister area. So we did that. That was cool, really fun. And we're like, you know what? Let's go to like another place in the area. Well, we found an old cemetery, y'all. I'm talking about, I think the oldest date we found was like 1812. Somebody died. Pretty old, but this cemetery has not been capped up. You have to walk down the path. Like it doesn't even let you drive the path. And right at the entrance of the cemetery, KK and I were like, oh my gosh, look at this freaking, it's like a little church, but it really, I think, was just a big mausoleum. Like there's bodies in it, but it was huge. And at the very top was this creepy statue. Now, I was brought up Catholic. I am Christian. I believe in Jesus Christ, the one and true King. And, you know, I always do an open prayer, closing prayer, so we don't have things attached to us. So, this hurts. He just did this one. Um, and he touched up some of my he added some whites to my eyes on my people, my crow, some, just touching up. Oh yeah, I know. Oh, look, a bird. I have a problem. I can't focus. So anyways, y'all, creepy. We pull up, it's creepy. We park, we start walking. It's like 90 degrees and it's hot as fuck. I'm not even gonna lie. It's hot as shit. We're walking, we go all the way back to the cemetery, and there's this cross, dude, just standing at the way back of the cemetery. It's a big open field. It should have been plowed, but I don't think it's used really, which is crazy. Not plowed at all. Grass is high to like my ass in certain areas. And we just are looking at him like, look, bro, there's that huge freaking cross. It's so big. Like, so we walked as far as we could back to it. And I took pictures, and it's huge by itself, which just creeped me out. And a cross clearly doesn't, it doesn't really creep me out. I have a cross right here as well. I love Jesus. He died on the cross for my sins because I'm a sinner, and I still am, and I still am accepted into the kingdom of heaven because I believe that's what he did for me. So struggle our whole lives. You're never perfect. Don't forget that. And it's okay. You just gotta repent, ask for forgiveness. You know what I mean? God knows your heart. So we're walking back out of the cemetery, right? And we're just fucking creeped out. We got tick spray on because I believe the government has dropped thousands and millions and gazillions of ticks. Farmers have seen planes dropping boxes, whatever. They say they're ticks. Now there's a fucking there's a vaccine. Listen, I'm not gonna get into that stuff. That's your guys' opinion, right? You guys can decide. I don't fuck with certain vaccines, and I don't give a fuck about anybody's opinion on it. Never got the COVID vaccine. Nope. Um, that was my choice. I'm not told what to do. But again, all these ticks are everywhere, right? Like horrible. So I had my socks tucked into my fucking pants, dude. I had no skin showing, dripping sweat. Worth it though, because that was a pretty cool area. So as we're like leaving, dude, we both look over and KK goes, "What in God's name is that? Is that what I think it is?" So we go walking over to this tombstone. Well, the path. I went off path to go to the tombstone to get some pictures, but on top of this freaking tombstone, you guys, was just a set of bones. Clean bones. They looked from, the first glance, I was like, could this possibly be human bones? Could it possibly be human bones? I'm not gonna lie, bro. It scared the shit out of me. Hold on. Scared the shit out of me. I had no idea. Ooh, well, because you can't see that, so I'm upset about it. We'll figure it out. Um, yeah, so I'm like, are these human bones? So we take a picture and we look, right? And we look it up. Come to find out, I believe they were deer bones. But what's weird, so listen, I get it. Oh, it's just deer, idiot. What? Shh. That's not what's weird, bro. Okay? Yeah. If it were human bones, we'd have to go to the freaking police and let them know. I think it was human bones. But they were deer bone. And what I believe is weird is why the fuck are these bones set on top of this specific gravestone? Like cleaned bones, perfect. An animal is not killing a deer, fucking up a deer, eating the shit out of it, cleaning the bones, and setting it specifically in a specific way on someone's tombstone. Animals aren't doing that. So, what is it that? Why? What is it? Why are they there? So KK and I were trying to figure it out. So we're looking up the history of the area and whatnot, and they say a couple things. Indigenous people might have rituals, things like that, and doing stuff like that. And since the cemetery is kind of not well kept and many people are not going in there and you can't even drive in there, um, that would be a good area to, not be bothered. Or there's people doing some crazy black magic shit that they need to do rituals for or sacrifices, things like that. Which is creepy as shit, dude, because in this area, I didn't fucking think that was a thing. So, it's cool in your own area to figure out and find shit that you are like, what? And I've lived in this area my whole life. I moved away down to Florida for about 4.5 years. Came back, circumstances needed to come back, get my life together. Um, but I've lived in this area my whole life, dude, except for those couple years. Never went in that cemetery, no idea why. Never went in the other park, no idea why. So we thought that was pretty dope. Then we decided, all right, well we're gonna check out some more parks. So a week or so later we decided to try out another one about 45 minutes away. And dude, it was very secluded and it was like a hike park. Not so much like a picnic table, a little high picnic table. Like, the first one had like a stone fireplace oven. It looked like a medieval tavern. It was very cool. So, um, we go to this one and there's a sign in thing. So I signed in just in case. No bathrooms around. So I was hoping I didn't have to take a shit. Having diabetes and being on, Ozempic, which by the way, everybody loses weight on but me. But I don't care. I love my body. I love myself, so I don't really care as long as my levels are good. So I get backed up and then I explode. Sorry. And I'm like, oh shit, man, there ain't no bathroom out here. Not that I pooped out there, but I was worried about it. No joke. So we sign in, just in case we go missing, and we end up on like a true crime series. Oh, I'm so tired. So we're walking this path and it is beautiful, right? At first, magical, beautiful. And then we get to this crossing. So there's this crossing area where it's open and you like look that way and then you look that way. And there's just lights that go straight down. Like, I don't know if they're lights. Sorry. Rewind. Um, just electrical wires, that just, go that way and that way. It's just open. Just like, boom. Like, as far as I can see. As far as I can see. I was like, where the hell's the road? How's that like that? Like, where are we? And I'm pretty good with location. Like, I'm pretty good. So we keep walking. Once we enter the woods again, after opening or walking to that opening, that clear area, um, dude, I don't know what it was like a fucking heavy. I don't know what it was. You walked into the area and I felt creeped out. Then we heard rustling and like weird sounds, and I was like, and it's daytime, you guys. And I was like, this is freaking, how do you feel? And KK was like, it's a little unsettling right now. I don't know. I'm hearing sounds. So without scaring her, because I didn't want to scare her, because she's new to this type of creepy stuff. So I kept, just walking, like, just let's go fast, like out of here. So it ended up being an amazing park, but it was creepy. And what I want to say is, maybe bring like a weapon with you when you do stuff like this. I plan to from now on, just in case, because it's not just paranormal shit that can be scary. It can be people. And if I come across someone that's a psychopath that's been living in the woods, I want to have a weapon. Don't get me wrong. I got a couple weapons right here. And I'm extremely strong. And so is KK actually. She's a bigger girl. Yeah, you don't want to really pick a fight with us. Not even close. But shit happens. You can't win every fight. But I'm definitely not an easy target, so yeah, bring a weapon. So anyway, so we go and I didn't shit my pants. I didn't have to shit. Thank God. So we end up leaving and go and grab lunch, whatever. And gosh, rewind. So go back to the cemetery, you guys. So we go to check out that like church house thing, right? And we're walking around and we're both creeped out. Like people look like they tried to like bust in like the cement in certain areas to like look in and and it was creepy. Well, I walk around the back and there's like old cemetery stones just fucking laying against the building. Like it must have fallen out there because there was a ton that were broken and fallen and need to be fixed. And it was in the back and we walk up to the cemetery stone that's just chilling there and kind of broken and like leaning over. Y'all, when I tell you the name on it, you're gonna go, if you know me and have been listening to this podcast, my favorite scary movie is The Exorcist. It scares the shit out of me because I believe in that stuff. Because I'm Catholic, I'm Christian, I believe in Jesus and the devil, which I rebuke the devil in the name of Jesus Christ. No negativity. And we look at the stone and it says Reagan. So I look at KK and I'm like, girl, you don't even understand. And I explained to her because she doesn't really know. Like, she's more of a new buddy of mine the last couple years. I was like, KK, bro, bad sign. We need to get the F out of here. I said, this stone says Reagan. That is the scariest movie ever. And that's the name of the young girl in the movie that becomes possessed. The actress's name is Linda Blair. She plays Reagan. So that was insane. We took lots of pictures, so I'm gonna post some. But KK also said she had a couple stories. So I'm going to read a couple of her paranormal stories just to get you guys, going. So let's see. The first story is in 2017. I was walking home alone in the dark, and I turned the corner to get to where I was living at that time. I looked behind me and I thought I heard a sound. So I stopped and stared. And I was like, what is that? She said it kind of seemed like a silhouette of a dog, and it was like following her while she was making sure like she was getting home. The silhouette was a pretty good sized dog, which scared me, she says, I believe. And it had the same shape and size as her childhood dog, Lady, which let me just say, my childhood dog's name was Lady as well. And not long after that, she heard, or that she had heard that she had passed away from starvation. And what's sad is it was because of circumstances out of KK's control that she had to leave, and the person that leave where they were staying, and the person that was in charge of the pets and whatnot, abandoned them, and the dog starved to death. So very sad. Warning, warning, you guys. It's just sad. So the dog passed away from starvation. And she says, I think it was her guiding me home and saying goodbye to me for the last time. And that was not long after, obviously, moving, she said. She was very close to this dog. I know some of her stories, and the person that abandoned them was a piece of shit. Don't abuse your dogs, bro. If you don't abuse any of the pets, don't abuse animals. Like, that pisses me off. I'd like to punch everyone right in their fucking throat when they do. And if you leave your dog in a hot car, I'm gonna bust your fucking window and take your dog. And then if you come out to stop me, I'm gonna bust your fucking lip. Sorry, not threatening anybody. Just saying, take care of your fucking pets. Another time during school, she says, volunteering at a cemetery to help clean stones. She said, I looked to where two tall pine trees are, and in between those two tall pine trees, there was a tall black figure. And it was weird, she says, because it was daylight and it was a pitch black tall figure. Um, and it scared her because how is that, you know what I mean? So 1 second later, she looked back to where those trees were and everything because she was just staring at it. And you know how when you look away and you look back, guess what? It's gone. So she, was like, I don't know how to explain that to people. She didn't see it again, but she said it was abnormally large. And I say, what do people think? Could it be the Grim Reaper? Could it be a Shadow Man? My dad, if you go back to second episode or whatever, my dad, believes time travelers are shadow people. Like, who knows? There's different ideas on it. She says, the other night I saw something as well. I looked to where my bookshelf was she has a really cool, her own cute, like, cool apartment. It's a studio apartment. I looked to where my bookshelf was, or is, and when it was dark in my apartment, I saw this white sort of light figure thing, she says, but it wasn't like, it was just like a weird, she couldn't make out what it was. She said she didn't feel scared and it didn't hurt her. she didn't know if it was like the trick of the darkness, but there was something white in that corner, and it looked like something was there. But she really, really couldn't make it out. Um, so she's had some things with her, and within that circumstance, I don't want to talk about her business, but she did have a significant death in her life, uh, about a year and a half ago. So it could have been that, guiding spirit and letting her know that they're there. And that's why she felt, fine, not harmed or anything or feeling, anything. And that's a pretty great, I think for her, it's a pretty great thing. She probably would like to know that. I'm going to reach out to her. But she said also her and her sister were chased one time by something that wasn't there. I mean, it's crazy. And I want to hear some of your guys' stories. If you went to a cemetery and had something creepy happen, freaking send it. Sinisterghoul23@gmail.com. I want to hear some of your stories. If you want your name, tell me. If you don't, I'll keep you anonymous. Um, but if you got creepy stories like going on hikes and send them in, dude, because that shit is creepy. We plan to keep doing this, and I'm gonna post some pictures because we found some shit. But it's not just in the dark that becomes scary. It's not. It's scary shit is all the time. Like, it just seems scary at night because there's no light. But, you know, I feel like everybody comes across something at some point, whether you believe it or not. Like a Grand P Ghoul. She, she believes in this stuff and she's very Catholic. But she also, let me just fix that. But she also, doesn't dwell in that. I probably shouldn't be dwelling in it that much, but if you can't tell by looking around, I love Halloween, I love creepy, I love horror, I love all that shit. But I do rebuke anything bad in Jesus's name. So I know some people who are Christians and stuff like that really don't believe in watching horror movies or doing ghost hunts and paranormal things. I mean, hey man, that's whatever for you. Maybe God isn't thrilled with me doing it, but I'm a good person. I love people. I enjoy the paranormal. I don't enjoy murderers. What I enjoy is not even, I don't think enjoy is really a proper word for it. What piques my interest within true crime is how someone's brain works. So I want to freaking know why so and so did that. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to know these things. Um, yeah. So also happy July 4th. It's a couple days later and I'm proud to be an American, 250 years, very proud. I had a circumstance not long ago where a neighbor of ours um has a pride flag up, which everybody, I mean, you could do whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm for everybody. My sister Jojo and Poopy have been together for almost 2 decades. I don't judge people off of any of that. Everyone can have whatever they want. With that being said, I can have a fucking flag up too, right? I can have an American flag up. And if I have an American flag up, does not mean I'm a racist, homophobe, or transphobe. So I have a neighbor whose pride flag keeps being stolen, which sucks. Don't do that stuff. Even if you're against it, just don't do it. I understand people feel certain ways, but keep your hands yourselves. It's not your property. Well, she asked us to check our ring, make sure, see if we, and then kind of subtly said she knows that we don't agree with it. Um, Excuse me. So I interrupted her loudly and said, my sister's married to a woman. I don't disagree with anybody's life. It's their life. What I disagree with is murdering people, raping people, stealing, and doing wrong things. You want to identify as whatever, go for it, bro. I am going to say, I think if you're a cat and there's a litter box in a school, that's weird. That's my opinion. But I would never wish anything ill on anybody. That's weird to me. So come to find out, a couple people in the surrounding apartments think I am a homophobic transphobic. I don't even know. You want to know why, y'all? Because I have American flag hanging on my porch, and I have a couple other freedom things in red, white, and blue. You want to know why I have those things? Because I am motherfucking proud to be an American. And that flag stands for everything. That flag has so much meaning. And it does not make you a racist to have it on your porch. So I stand firm in that. You, lady next door, said, I have a right to fly whatever I want on my porch. And I cut her off and said, I hope you're not thinking that we would ever touch your flag, because I am pro everybody, unless you give me a reason to not like you. And I would never do that. But here's my response. I have a right to fly my American flag without judgment as well. So just because I don't have a pride flag doesn't mean I hate anything. It means I don't fly a pride flag. I fly my American flag. That just is what it is. There's nothing in between. There's nothing. So I got really fucking mad. So the world we live in right now is bullshit. Okay? You get a whole bunch of people just pointing fingers all the fucking time, and they're double standards and all love, everybody's welcome, blah blah blah, no judgment, da da da. And that woman with all her positive signs on her porch judged me instantly. And if you know me, I am 100% about helping everybody, being there for people, loving people first. I don't care what you are. But you judged me, and that's the world we live in. So now she gets a less nicer version of me. Um, but I still respect everybody, and I'll never go out of my way to be cruel, but I will defend myself because that's bullshit. Not only that, I'm a choreographer. I have a dance crew. I had a dance crew. We performed at one of my best friend's relatives' bar, and guess what? It was a gay bar, and we performed our dance crews shows, like a lot of them there for drag shows. I have nothing against all of that. Do I think that drag and things like that should be like in little kid schools and shit? No, I really don't. But I have nothing against anybody. My opinion is my opinion. Hate me or love me. I don't really give a shit. Uh, Litter boxes shouldn't be in school. That's weird. Um, that's my opinion. But she really pissed me off. And it was a rude awakening in my eyes from how I look at life, which is everybody's this, everybody. No, 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 no. No, no. You next door had a sign saying you love everyone, don't judge, everyone's welcome. But yeah, as you're talking about someone stealing your flag, you're screaming how you hate people. So double standards, y'all. Figure it out. Other than that, you guys find me on Instagram, Sinister Ghouls Podcast, uh Popcorn After Dark, Sinister Ghouls Podcast, Twisted Sisters, Facebook, both pages, Sinister Ghouls Podcast and Popcorn After Dark. There's also a Sinister Ghouls Twisted Sisters group. So follow that. Follow all that shit. Send your emails to sinisterghoul23@gmail.com. You can hear us on Spotify, Pandora, Amazon, Audible, YouTube, iHeartRadio, Radio Public, I believe iTunes, I believe Apple Pod or something. So yeah, check us out. Spread us around like butter. Give us 5 stars, please review. Leave some fun comments. If you leave mean ones, I'll probably delete them unless they're, you know, maybe not. It just depends on how rude you are, Let's just be respectful. Love everybody. Be kind to everybody. Don't judge people. Be good people, bro. With all that being said, I hope everybody stays safe right now in the world because everybody's fucking crazy. But yes, happy July 4th. Happy July 4th, happy July 4th. And my birthday was just June 23rd. So I just celebrated my birthday. And we got lots of fun stuff going up. I went and saw coming up. I went to see Evanescence. My amazing boyfriend bought me tickets. I got another concert this Saturday that we're going to. We got camp coming up, stoked. And we might do a special camp episode at camp. Maybe like ghost story episode. So stay tuned for that shit. All right, well, I hope you have a fantastic day and a ghouly evening. Stay safe, stay kind, and stay sexy. And stay spooky. Mwah. Peace.